You know, let me say this. I've been watching wrestling for almost 13 years in my life. You know, once it hit summer of 2013, that's when, little Chase started being a wrestling fan. I dabbled with professional wrestling, like, early on, 98. It was cool and all, but the thing was, it was just like, I wasn't into it. 2000s when I became really huge into wrestling, and I can't believe it's been 13 years of me watching this. Yes, I have taken a break of professional wrestling, 2009. The reason being is after WrestleMania 25, I thought it was one of the dumbest shows I've seen, and then after I saw Backlash, I thought it was the most stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. I didn't understand why Randy Orton had to only win at Backlash. I tuned back into the product when I heard CM Punk turn heel, and then I was instantly back into it because him and Jeff Hardy had. In all honesty, I probably only watched Jeff Hardy and CM Punk in 2009, and I heard Batista turn heel, and when I was watching the heel CM Punk the Straight Society, I was like, wow, people really do hate this guy, and I thought it was genius. I was just like, man, I love Punk's character. This character's awesome. And then when Batista turned heel, he was. This was like but the best Batista we've seen in a while because, this was Batista, as a babyface. I mean, all Batista did as a babyface was this. I want my rematch. Congratulations. Rematch, rematch, rematch. Like that was babyface Batista. I mean, I love Batista to death, but babyface Batista, it was just rematch, rematch. But then all of a sudden he's like, you're supposed to be my friend. He started to get all angry. And then the line, when you hear Batista say, Eddie's dead, man, what a heel. And then nowadays, and especially CM Punk, straight edge side. I mean, holy shit, people are calling him the devil. I mean, he had like the look with the Jesus beard and the Jesus hair. I mean, it was very contradictory. It was very heel. And the thing is, when I think about professional wrestling and the heels, they all suck today. I'm being dead serious here. I mean, it seems like that, I know the IWC mostly favors heels. There's no question about it. Like, all the baby faces, if you are a baby face, I feel bad for y'all because, no one really cares about you. Let's just face it. I mean, you're like, there's a lot of IWC fans that probably do like Kofi Kingston. I mean, probably nothing wrong with it. There's probably some of you who like Sheamus. There's probably some of you who like, who's another baby face that's at least notable? I don't know, Santino. Santino's another babyface. Zack Ryder, I guess, at the time. There's probably some of you who really, really do, like some of these babyfaces. Miz. Miz is another babyface. Del Rio. Those are notable babyfaces. But nowadays, it's just like, the heels are the cool thing. And I feel, when I was watching that Raw crowd in New Jersey, as much as I loved how energetic they were, I was just like, man, they should just turn Wade Barrett, Dolph Ziggler, CM Punk, into baby faces again. I mean, they're the ones getting cheered. They're the ones that people are cheering for. So I would think they would be continued to get cheered. I mean, even Fandango, who was doing a great job as a heel, all of a sudden is now a baby face because of the whole da 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 da. His theme song being chanted in arenas. I feel like fans now are gonna draw interest into Fandango. Kind of like, how Daniel Bryan, he came out, he started doing the yeses, and, it was kind of just, like a lot of fans were doing it on SmackDowns and Raws, but it wasn't like, he was getting ultimately cheered. But then after WrestleMania, all of a sudden it's like, yes, yes, yes. Like, yes is the biggest thing. And so he ultimately turned into a babyface. And it's just like, what are the heels now in WWE? Who are the heels today in the WWE? Who are the people that we truly hate in the WWE? And then a lot of us, when you ask us fans, who do we truly hate? It's all mostly the baby faces. John Cena is like the #1 most hated man in the YWC or the IWC. Randy Orton's another one. You could add Sheamus to that list. You can add a bunch of guys, to that list of people we hate. And then I think to myself, like, who are the true heels and true faces of professional wrestling? And then I think to myself, does professional wrestling suck? because we just don't have character clarification. I mean, in all honesty here, what makes Dolph Ziggler a heel? Tell me what makes Dolph Ziggler a heel? There's nothing that really makes him a heel. I mean, all he really does is, like, have people help him on the outside and run away sometimes. Does that really make you say, man, I hate that Dolph Ziggler? What does CM Punk do that's like a heel, like nowadays? I mean, this is not like Straight Edge Society Punk. You cannot compare SES Punk to Punk in 2012, okay? If you even want to compare SES Punk to 2012 Punk, you're off your rocker. Do not talk to me because you do not know what you're talking about. SES Punk got booed everywhere. The only exceptions were probably Chicago. And that makes sense when, the heels get cheered in their hometown. Look at Edge and the 2006 feud with John Cena, Unforgiven. Edge was being cheered by his hometown while Cena was getting booed out the building. That makes sense. But the thing is it's like SES Punk will get booed. But now, this CM Punk that was heel, what made him a heel? Like, he was with Paul Heyman. Like, if you're associated with Paul Heyman, did that make you a heel? I mean, in all honesty here, we have no true heels in the WWE. Like, Fandango. Like, now he's probably not even a true heel in the WWE. Yeah, like, before, it was just like, fans would boo him. Now, all of a sudden, it's like the Daniel Bryan effect from last year. Fans, sometimes we're booing Daniel Bryan, sometimes we're going, yes, yes, yes. But now it's just like, fans now probably are most likely going to go, da, 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 da. Sing this theme song in the crowd instead of, go boo. I mean, we just don't have those heels. And then when a heel does come out, it's just kind of like, the fans are not booing them. They're not going boo. They're just kind of sitting there. I mean, look at Damien Sandow. He was coming out like 5 weeks in a row, getting booed very heavily. And then all of a sudden now he's just like, oh, hey, look, it's Damien Sandow. I mean, he was being mean to the fans, but they don't give him the mic. They don't give him the mic anymore, so the fans are not booing him anymore. Cody Rhodes, he was a great heel with the bagging people. His face was distorted. You can't see my face. And now all of a sudden you take away the mic, he can't even. He's not even useful anymore. Fans don't even boo him anymore. I think they just go, okay, he's out there, cool. And then it's just like, it's just weird. We just don't really have any true heels in professional wrestling, and it's like, it's kind of boring. It is, because, like, when you go to a movie and you want to watch a movie, do you want to go to a movie where everyone's a good guy? Like, do you want to go to a movie where it's just Batman, Superman, and, like, fucking Incredible Hulk? I know that's a mixture of, like, Wonder Woman, Spider-Man, like, just a bunch of superheroes, like, sitting around, talking to each other, and being like, hey, guys, let's go to the mall. Or would you want to see a movie where all those superheroes are fighting, like, Doomsday and all their favorite villains? I mean, we just don't have that in professional wrestling nowadays. There's not really a true hero-villain dynamic in professional wrestling. I mean, yeah, you guys can say, well, this guy's a heel, that guy's a heel, but, think of heels. Think of, like, what are the heels? I mean, probably the best heel we have today in the WWE is Zeb Coulter. Zeb Coulter is probably the best heel in the WWE today. I'm not even going to say Jack Swagger, because all Jack Swagger does is go, we the people. I mean, that's all he does. Like, does that make him a heel? I mean, Zeb Coulter's the one bashing all these races, all these ethnic backgrounds. He's the one doing all that. It's not Jack Swagger. All Jack Swagger does is just sit there like this. And most of the time, probably Jack Swagger's getting booed because it's X-Pac heat. What about Vickie Guerrero? Does she have X-Pac heat, or is she really a heel? I mean, in all honesty, do you say Vickie's one of the greatest heels of all time? I mean, yeah, she's one of the more constant person to get booed when she comes out and goes, excuse me. But is she like the girl that is like, man, I hate Vickie Guerrero because she made John Cena do this. Or, man, I hate Vickie Guerrero because she screwed CM Punk and CM Punk has defended her title in a 1-on-2 handicap match. Or is it more like, get the fuck off my TV, you're pissing me off, and your character sucks? It's not like, I mean, it's like, none of these heels, like, really, like, just piss the people off because of their character. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, when you see a heel, you think of characters that piss you off. Like, when The Rock came back and he was acting all Hollywood. That pisses people off because, The Rock, you're supposed to be a professional wrestler. Nah. I brought up Hollywood. Cleveland sucks. You know, that type of deal. R-Truth, you know, turning his back on the WWE Universe, beating up John Morrison. You know, people were pissed off because he beat up John Morrison. We love John Morrison. How dare you, R-Truth, beat up John Morrison? You know, they turned Booker T heel and Booker T started to get booed because Booker T beat up RVD and fans were pissed off about that in 2004. In 2005, like Eddie Guerrero beat up Rey Mysterio. And when he beat up Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero turned heel and people were pissed off because he was messing with Rey. You know, they weren't pissed off because they hated Eddie. Like, the thing is about heels, it's like, you know, you get pissed off at them because of shit they do. And it's just like, nowadays, there isn't like a heel where you get pissed off at them of shit they do. Because, like, you know, Triple H was like a perfect heel, for example, like Evolution. You know, he would always do shit. Like, he would always do shit that pissed you off. It was just like, man, if he didn't have that outside interference, man, if he didn't have Ric Flair, and it was just like, man, if Eric Bischoff wasn't in Evolution's corner, Triple H wouldn't be world champion. Like, you know, that type of deal. But it's just like, you know, yeah, like I said earlier, you know, what makes Dolph Ziggler a heel besides he runs away and he has outside help, but it's just like, do you truly, like, in all honesty, do you truly feel like you hate Dolph Ziggler? Like, is there anything Dolph Ziggler did to a certain superstar that you just hated? It was like, man, I can't believe Dolph Ziggler, like, ripped Rey Mysterio's mask off. Like, nothing really. It's like, what? It's like, remember, like, CM Punk? He like, sang that disturbing happy birthday song to Rey's daughter, and people were pissed off that he did that. Heels just don't have that same effect. And it's just almost like, you know, I wonder, like, if John Cena does turn heel, would he have that same effect? I mean, I feel a lot of people just say, turn John Cena heel, just so that way we can just boo him. And it's not like you're going to actually feel like his heel character is going to be doing anything to really, really get heat on him. It's just us so we have the excuse to boo him. Like, that's to me personally. I want to know from you guys, what do you feel is a heel? What do you feel is a perfect heel in the WWE? Because, and honestly, I don't feel like we have a perfect heel besides Zeb Coulter. I feel Zeb Coulter is a perfect heel just because he gets into the emotions of the fans. He's not the type of heel that's like, get the fuck off my TV type of heel. It's more of like, you know, yeah, we like this heel. This heel does a great job. He gets underneath my skin. I hate him for these types of reasons. But do you feel like, you know, some of the heels today, and, you know, some of the heels are like CM Punk, you know, Dolph Ziggler, Wade Barrett's another one, you know, a bunch of lists can go on and on. Mark, I'll take that back. Mark Henry's a perfect heel in today's wrestling. There's two perfect heels. I'll even say Big Show. I'll even throw Big Show's name in the hat because I feel, you know, Big Show, you know, in its World Heavyweight title run was doing a very perfect job, and I felt they dropped the ball with that. For a Ziggler face turn, of course. But what makes a heel in today's WWE? Because, like, I just feel we don't have, like, perfect heels. I feel like we have one perfect heel, two perfect heels, and a half perfect heel. I'll count Big Show as a half because he's always a half. He's going to turn face anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But what makes a heel for you guys in professional wrestling? Because I just feel we don't really have too many good heels. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys like me, you can subscribe by clicking the little icon right here or down below. Make sure you guys check out my previous video. That should be in the top left. It's my WrestleMania review. So if you haven't seen that one yet, go check it out. Keep sending me questions for the Q&A. Either inbox me here on YouTube or send me a tweet on Twitter and just say, you know, hey, for the next Q&A, for Q&A 10, please, you know, answer this question. Also, comment down below what makes a perfect heel. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Anyways, guys, I'm Chase Oliver 68. I'll see you all next time.